And hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. It is string 11 of 20, live from Ray's Easter Classic here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Just some last moment announcements here. Sorry for my radio silence. Great to be with you here. 20 string competition. We are in the back half of it now with some heavy hitters. Danny Harris, Charlie Collins, and Josh Daly, all champions with Academy Lanes World's team. Danny gets us underway. Also a star of many a Channel 50 show. Strike to start. Hello, Kevin Burns. We are in for an explosive start, if that's anything to go by.
Well, I was talking to Danny during the break. He's been struggling all day, so.
And an 11:61 through 10. That's good currently for tied 29th place with Devin Brooks out of Canada.
Oh, almost a double.
In there again. Don't give up on it yet. Woods pushing in front of the 10.
I don't like that word, Greg. Too much word can complicate matters.
2 headpin hits. We'll keep track of it with white bricks in the middle of the score sheet. And thankfully, Harris's ball drives through just.
Well, that's a big 20 right there.
Quick peek if we can before he goes up again, but. Helicopter took it. $30 plus 2. And into the 2-pin he goes for the 1, 3, 6, and 7, and he's got a 6 fill. 36 through 2. And off to a rip-roaring start after a good start, but one below his standard and below that of the whole competition. Spare try. Not into the head pin. Grabbed the 7-pin. He made the 3-6-7. Paul Grant alongside. He'll be joining our broadcast in just a moment, or joining a different broadcast in just a moment. We got a jar already, actually. We have our own jar. That's Bob Lee's. Harris grabs a 10 box, and he's got 46 through 3, excuse me.
Still perfect, Greg.
All the pins knocked down, 10 spares or strikes.
Nice ball going in.
Got 5 to start out here. All right, views are stacking in here. Sorry to be late on the live here, but great that you all are tuned in here. Thank you to everyone who's already subscribed and hit that bell. Obviously, you know where to find us, and we appreciate your loyal viewership. We and the bowlers all. One more pin to get for Harris to stay perfect. Nope, not this time. So he'll leave one begging, and that'll be 55 through 4. In first through 5th place, you see it there. Tim Hazard over Aaron Fontaine by 9 pins. They keep flopping back and forth, but on our cameras, as Hazard is up on lane 30, by the by, with a. No, that's Angel Morales. I beg your pardon, the other green shirt. I got you two mixed up, Teehee. 6 pins and a split for Harris, who's wondering what in the world is that.
We call that the Leda Lane Special. 5, 7, 9, 10.
Oh, it is the house leaf, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Casey McCool's here. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Show us a shot, Danny boy. Nope. Into the curtain. He'll need a 3rd ball. It's a good half working, but wants a few more sticks. No, he leaves them all standing. That's a 6 box. 61 at the half. Danny Harris. And now Charlie Collins. Charlie Collins at one point had the lead in the tournament. He is co-tied for high single in the tournament with Aaron Halbedel at 176.
Wow.
Which in Charlie's case was that first string, which is why he had that momentary lead. He's waiting a spell. I think he may be waiting on...
Yeah, he's waiting for Irby to finish off.
Waiting for Irby and waiting for Angel Morales, is technically the first bowler as well. There's no requirement that you have to, but Charlie figures he's not really delaying proceedings if he's waiting for the other bowler. Which I guess if you get your marks, get sat down, you beat them to the bench, then there you go. And you see him fist bump Tiffany Gothier, who we saw at the end of last stream. Here he goes, all the way across the lane,
Just
across
at
the
the
face of it.
Just at the headpin. 1, 2, 5, 9. That's only a leave you see in Candlepin. You don't see that in anything else.
Certainly the other pits would be too obese. Splits apart the 1 and the 2, and the 5-9 are undisturbed. For a 10. Just the 1. That's a good third ball. 9 to begin. 11 strings of 20 in this annual tradition here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Under a bit of a cloud at the moment because the locational future of Leda Lanes is uncertain, since this is probably the last Easter here in this building. But what becomes of the tournament and what becomes of Leda Lanes still leaves a lot of room for optimism, if still uncertainty, as we speak. Collins has all of this, and all the pins strike.
Well, let's take a look at this again.
Right back in form after lunch. Or dinner? Who knows what meal time it is right now. It's 6:10 p.m. local time. And we'll probably be going to midnight Eastern, 1 a.m. Atlantic. Good to have you all along, as always. Strike resetting here. Already over 100 viewers on the live, and I'm sure we could get more as we go, especially as we get down to the thick of it. Paul Grant should be joining Michelle Atherton on the second half stream. They should be live on Facebook if I understand correctly, though. We'll see what comes of that. Collins looking for more. Charles has the 4-pin tipping. I'm not sure he's thrilled with that. He did not need the stick immediately because he's on a strike fill. Two 7 is a goner. Spare on strike. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Inside of the 2-pin takes it out. And that goes down as a split spare. You see that red S popping up the way we've notated it today. At least it's my bright idea. Feedback welcome.
Yeah, it's working.
It's functional, all right.
Oh, Greg, I gotta leave you again. I'm almost up.
Kevin Bird's bowling third on his lane. Charlie has the 4 and 6 down. The fill is 9, and he's cooking another good string to start off. Nico Pujar watching along. He's multi-screening it. That's a good social media manager, making sure we're live in both of the places. Red line spare, and another one. 3 straight marks for one of Candlepin's new generation, as is Josh Daly, who we'll see in a moment here. That's the man whose name you see in 4th place at the current moment. He's been oscillating between 2nd and 4th basically throughout, as he has for some time. For a number of years in this tournament. Collins in at 12:09 through the first half with just a 120 average. Now we've learned that 14 places will pay, and the top prize is $4,200. A bit of a decline from last year, but still good money here. $4,200 to the winner for first place in this 20-string tournament. Collins again. Headpin again. This one is 5. We're going to see that one again. He lets you know as well. We'll get the look at that headpin leave unless he somehow converts this. The wood offers some promise, but in what universe does this twirl in? Maybe with a lot of torque on the cap or something. Low side almost on the 9-pin. He darn near did. He took out 4 of the 5 of that tricky trapezoid. It'll go for 9. It's a good half, 72 all told. And one more look at how this leave resulted in the first place. Yeah, crossover side. Crossovers leave kings, as the obnoxious commentator says. And now over to Josh Daly, our current 4th place bowler. 12.92 at the half. Daly the lefty. Gets on his head pin to begin, has a 3-10 split. Makeable with this wood in the middle. Josh has been 3rd in 2023 and 4th in 2024, and he's orbiting between those 2 places. He spares to start. That's just business for this man. Another of Candlepin's new generation. Just continues to get it done year after year, now captain of his world's team. And captain of the Friday Night Pro League team. You know, it's quite extraordinary for a man that young to already rise the ranks and be a captain that young. Not unheard of at pro sports, of course. He's crushed this one and gets an 8 drop, and guess what? A 6-7 split now. But the most interesting quality among all his extraordinary bowling qualities is the fact that when he speaks, others listen. That, to me, when you have that voice and that command, that's what makes you not just great bowler material, making 6-7 splits like it's nothing, but captain material as well. Have a look again at the 6-7 going. Helicopter right into the corner pin, and he's back-to-back to begin. This one's head pin, and the 4-pin denies a strike. And an even better leave now. Just ride the rail into the 4-pin. Wearing the Coca-Cola Holbrook shirts, he's a mixed teams champion as well. Yes, avoided the cap just. 3 in a row to begin. He's cooking. There's other ways to cook, I imagine. Rotisserie, broil, what have you. I'd ask my wife, but she bakes. And I'm not talking about the fact that today is April 20th. That's not her speed. 47 and a ball through 3. Well, the fills keep going up, don't they? What comes next, pray tell? Well, not that. Apparently it's a spread eagle, and it's 51 through 3. 25-54 was Josh's score last year. Just 2 pins out on this one. 3 more to go. No, I do not, Nico. You are absolutely correct. No judgment to anyone who does. Not my style. Get over 4. That's an $8. Never know which pin will be the winner. 59 through 4. You see top 5. Justin Waters in 6th, Sean Baker in 7th. They're not far off that 5th place. Jerry Dunn still hanging around in 8th place. Nick Leach in 9th. Nick Norcross in 10th. I have not said his name much, but he's on the rise with a 152, 127, 147 in the last 3. It's about a 420 set, I'd imagine. And another spread eagle as Daly goes 5 for 5 on the head pin, but may have to content himself with just this.
You can.
Just 3 on the right side.
YouTube, you can do 2 streams. That's fine.
Paul Grant will actually be on a separate stream. He's likely to be on YouTube as well. Michelle Atherton should still be live on Facebook, if memory serves. Good quality 10 there and a 69.5. Caps lock engaged, and now an overview of these sensational scores. Imagine your 61.5 being in third place. Bowlers pick their lane mates, and on a first come first serve basis, a lane. Harris a 61.5. It is an individual tournament, but having that synergy with your lane mates can mean everything in the world. I'm still struck by that poignant scene when Austin Barnes threw his last ball, and the first to embrace him after it was Chris Bovair, a 2-time champion who knows the thrill in his own right. Austin Barnes, our defending champion, not in the mix right now. We've seen he's had his struggles in the Friday Night Pro League, and it looks like he is unlikely to repeat. But a championship is forever, and who will take that immortality next? Harris 2-7-10 turns into a 2-10. An 8 box as another third ball gets away. Danny amply aware that his bowling is below standard today, but there's a reason. He's part of both his academy team and Central 3 team that has been so dominant. Central 3 out of Central Park Lanes, East Boston, Friday Night Pro League champions in both regular season and playoffs. Harris takes a seat now to recover. Maybe trying to regain some tempo here as he doesn't like the pace he's on right now. So, that gives me time to actually look up his statistics lickety-split for you folks. Now, this is interesting. I actually don't show Danny Harris as having participated in any Easter Classic since 2006. In 03, he threw a 24-20. In 2005, he threw a 24-73. Again, mid-120s averages, not nearly enough to cash. Top 14 will cash this year, $4,200 for first place. Still waiting for Harris. Not sure what the delay is exactly, we'll see. Could be a mechanical one as well. In the case of Charlie Collins, he said he's participated in the last 3. 23-29 in 2024, his best right now. He's on pace to beat that. So 176, the high single right now. And it's a ball return issue. It must be. Now balls are coming back, but I'm not sure if they're Danny's. We'll see. And yes, now they're coming back one after the other. So that's what I figured. It was all but certainly a mechanical issue in that one. I don't know how Morales got that spare to go. I wonder if I captured that 1-2-4 accurately. Watch the 2-pin just fall into the 4. I'm sorry, I didn't get enough of it. A little slow on the button press there, but there you go. Harris now, after that ball return delay, is back up, and he's up on lane 31. Box 7, he's got 10. Did he get iced? I don't think so. Strike in the 7th. Here's a replay we can get for you. Just all over the head pin, seemed like a matter of time. You see the yellow lamp fixtures of Stars and Strikes over 33 and 34. Harris is used to those lights. He's got the 4 horsemen right. Casey, there's no certainty at the moment. Well, I guess actually, fortunately, there's no certainty to this. Outside on the horseman, he's running pins down, and this is upgrading the strike fill every pin of the way. 9 fill. And a 10. 98 through 8. The best way to explain the current situation in the Leda Lanes is to encourage you to read their open letter to the bowlers and community on the Leda Lanes Facebook page. You see the spelling of Leda Lanes on the top right for their web address, but on their Facebook page they explain the situation itself. If not on the website as well, I'm not certain. Now 5 or 6 people, 5 or 6 pins. I got my eye drawn by the comment there. Scored a 9. Well, unfortunately, the powers that be couldn't care less, unfortunately, about this wonderful bowling community we've created here. Business is what business is, and power is where it is, and unfortunately, what should have been a year's leeway has become very short. I'm doing 31. Yeah. It just takes out the 3-pin. 9 box and a 116. Forgive me for all the hubbub going around me. Just making sure I was coordinating Paul's stream as well and making sure he had a lane to stream on. I believe he'll actually go live on 32, but yes, he is going live in a matter of time. Just needs a little longer to set up. Collins steps up now on a 72.5. Collins is 6 pins to the good in the money at the moment, ahead of previous champion Tim Douglas. Davis, Baker, Bovair, Surrett, and Douglas all in the top 15, and Austin Barnes narrowly out of that at the moment. Collins steps up to deliver his 6th box. This is Greg Gouillart. We're live on Candlepin Bowling Network. Charlie delivers, gets it, and down goes the 8 for a strike. 82 plus 2 through 6. That was sensational. It's incredible how well the Leda Lane staff has always taken care of the bowling community. Obviously, the spread at lunch, as it always is, a lovely barbecued mixture, hamburgers, hot dogs, what have you, and all the fixings. They know it's a grind to do this 20-string tournament. And just all the care they put into it is really appreciated by all, as is the case with all these major tournaments that they put on. Into the 3-pin goes Collins. He's got a 5-fill to begin. First time he's missed the head pin in a while. Note the center stripe keeping track of the head pins. That red S meaning split. That's how we're doing it today. Feedback welcome. 2 and 4 taken out, though the fill is 7. Now 2 more maybe to get on the right side, or he may go for the aggressive out. We'll see. Goes right. Just the 1 pin. That's harsh. 8 box. 97 through 7. So on pace for a 120s string now that he's got those 4 marks and decent pinning. Obviously, those 2 strikes with the power of his delivery. Hello to Hunter and Lori if you're watching as well. Brother Charles got it again. Splits 6, 7, 10. Trying to play traffic cop with the wood, but the wood did not stay put. Otherwise, that could have offered a bridge between the 6 and 7. Anything you want to send on the wall? It helicoptered, but did not go across. Seven pin. Still put. Still there. 106 through 8. Charlie Collins looking to have his first cash in the Easter Classic. He's on the borderline. There has been a tie for the cashing spot before. Not sure what it's 12 through 16, but okay. You can do 12 through question mark if you want. 4 pin, 1, 2, 7, and 10 for Collins. His try. Just into the 2 pin. Wood's moving this way and that. 110. 9 pins ahead is Tim Hazard over Aaron Fontaine. Collins, the coast's highest single in this tournament so far, has a 9 box. It's a good pace that he's working at, but as we've seen, apparently you need a 130s to be in the top 3.
I should have power, you think, for 8 strings?
Charles again. Into the 2 pin, the 1, 3, 5, 8, 9. Got a bundle to tangle up. This will be tough with his ball if I had to reckon. And now he needs to throw a spread eagle ball on purpose if he wants a 10. Good luck with that. Though the last time I asked this on command, it did happen at Harvard Lanes. And he got 3 of them. Yep. You see his bemused reaction, but that's 3 important pins, and he's got a 124. And now over to Josh Daly, who is 5 for 5 on the head pin. Paul Grant will go live on the 12th string. He'll just wait the string out and then go live. Simple as that. Daly on 3 spares. He's got the 5, 6, 9, and 10. As he hit the crossover side, that wood will not bend to your whim, I'm afraid. And he gets stuck with that. Off the wall, he tried. Cole Fry has made that shot here at Leda Lanes before. A memory I know I've mentioned before, but it sticks in my mind nonetheless. Wrong way triangle now, and he sent it between the 5 and the 9 for an 8 box. Don't worry, Josh. We saw that robbery ourselves. He's 6 for 6 on the head pin. You can keep track of the head pins on that center stripe there. 4 splits. And technically, that last one was a different flavor of difficult. Then finally, a head pin miss. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10. This goes, I suppose. Yes, that does go. Great shot for his 4th spare. And that was vaporized. Almost full on the head pin. Nothing really mattered at that point. 87 plus through 7. Daly's best string of the day is a 144, and he just had a 141 before halftime. He's got this head pin, and the fill is perfect. Blink and you miss it. Okay, one more look. See ya. Five marks for Josh Daly, which just seems like another day in the office for him. Paul will start on lane 32, actually. I've actually charted out where all the current high bowlers are likely to finish out. We'll see if I can move my camera as needed as well. We'll do our best. On a strike is Daly. Got his head pin. It's Skinny Mini on it, though. It's the 310. Split. Not the worst one in the world. Too much paperwork, Nico. I'm sorry, I haven't had the chance just yet. Hopefully electronically sharing it works. Daly went on the outside of the 3-pin, but hit the curtain entirely. Full on it. 8 fill, 9 box. 124. So an interesting one. You can't blame Daly for having the aggressive try on that one. Getting the mark is more important. But it did leave a pin less on the fill than he would have wanted. Final frame. Ease into the 2-pin, 4 and 2. On the washout. No, that doesn't, you can't chain it like that, no. Trying to blow into it. 4-pin tips sideways in front of it. There's a 10 box, a 134, and one more look at the scores. $134 for Daly, 124 for Collins, and 116. Who is it? Timmy Douglas, 168? Whoa. Oh, just in. Tim Douglas, 168. So Tim Douglas, who is currently in 15th place, will actually pass Charlie Collins for 124. Timmy actually came by to note that as well. So that's going to put Tim Douglas currently on the right side of the money bubble, one would think, barring any other developments. Duncan alongside, we've got some downtime right now, except for Paul, who's scrambling to find a charger. I told him he can't go in here with the charger, can he? That would be like bad electrician.
He probably could, but it wouldn't be amazing.
I
wouldn't recommend. There's got to be an outlet somewhere.
Greg, can I get you the scores? Can you get the scores back afterwards to the scores?
Mm-hmm.
You're done with these, right? This is through 10.
Yeah, you can do that.
This is through 10.
Sorry for the scrambling, folks. I think we will just take an audio timeout here. I know you just got here, Duncan, but I think we'll take a break here, and we'll pop in with any updates.
Hold on 1 second, because Timmy's about to finish, and he's at a 137 with a makeable split.
Valid.
He's got a baby split over. If you see on lane 30, we don't have the pin cam, obviously. Let's see if he makes it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he had the right triangle. Didn't go. Still going to pin out for a 141 if he can get these two.
Yeah, that should have been a 7 fill, by the way. I think he got shortchanged.
Yes, he will get shortchanged.
Or he'll get his credit for it.
Yep.
7 fill, 9 box. It
They'll
should be.
They'll hopefully change that.
Man, I wish I was annoyed at a 140, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're fixing the score up right now.
Yep.
And I think you're going to see it's going to go north of 140. So Aaron Fontaine is making his way around. He's going to worm his way around the far side of the house and then come over to 19 through 36.
Oh, so we won't see
19.
him.
He will not make it onto our featured lane, but a few lanes to the left, and there might be some way.
We might be able to catch him out of the eye towards the end, out of the corner.
Yeah, we'll figure something out
Yeah.
here. Maybe get the camera over here.
Of course, if Hazer keeps bowling like this, maybe we might not have to. He's staying hot out of the break.
Well, 9 pins up over Aaron Fontaine.
With
And
a-
now I think we can take a break
Yeah.
real quick and coordinate our strategy, and we'll have string number 12 for you in just a moment with Tim Hazer in just a moment. Hello, hello, everybody. This is. What was that?
If you want to center us on the
Oh, yeah.
on our
Well,
lane of options.
let's get a good shot of lane 31, our featured lane.
There we go. Good look at Angel Morales here as he starts off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Duncan McDougall with Greg Gouillart running the show, putting on an excellent one so far.
1, 2, 6, and 10 to begin here. Angel Morales, Jeff Burns, and then Tim Hazard, currently top of the table.
Yeah, we got a show for you this one. Right after Danny Harris, Charlie Collins, Josh Daly. Here we go.
Angel is Tim's dearest. He's got the third ball coming up here on the 1, 2, 6, and 10.
Yeah, both of them already celebrating today with their dog, the Candlepin Bowling mascot, Jacques, and his 4th birthday.
1, 6, and 10. We'll see if we can get. I haven't been able to photograph him. I tried my best to photograph that adorable beast, but when I did, he borked right in my face.
Yeah, he'll do that.
He is such a sociable creature, but like anyone, he overstimulates easily, and there we go.
There's nowhere more overstimulating than the Easter Classic, that's for sure. Angel's going to be a little off, but grab a 6-pack.
102 people sell out again, back-to-back sellouts.
Whoa, A.J. Quinn just threw a bomb on lane 30.
It's a 20 box, too. That's why he's stoked.
Angel looking to make lemonade out of lemons here with the 6-pack left standing. No, it's going to be wide again. See if he can get that ball out here and bail out. Angel, a great, outstanding guy out of Western Mass.
Such a nice gentleman,
yeah.
Absolutely. 5 more out of that, he does get the out for a 9 box.
See, that's a huge adjustment right there to get that ball out there. He was dropping it a little bit and really piled that one into the head pin for a nice 9. Paul Grant should be live now for those that want to 2-in. However, you are more than welcome to hang out with us as well, as we have the leader in the clubhouse. Most likely, we got to double check, but
247 taken out. Sorry, folks. Looks like we got some lagginess on our stream. Yeah, we've got some choppiness.
I'm sure with the input of the Wi-Fi, I'm sure it's getting a little crowded. But
yeah, that's an A.J. Quinn strike sandwich there. Spare, strike, spare.
Ooh, not bad. Angel Morales clears out everything but the head pin. He's looking for it for his 3rd ball. And that'll be a 9. We'll get you updated standings as soon as they're posted. I'll upload it to our own little chat, and I'm sure that they'll hand them over to Greg as they have been doing. Obviously, Leda Lane's doing a fantastic job putting on this tournament, as always. Can't give them enough credit. This is a long day, and they're putting in every effort, and it shows.
I've heard the odd bowler or two say, like, the heck with another 10, but, you know, that's very rare. Most bowlers love the grind of this.
Oh, absolutely. It's
even if we're slightly losing our minds.
We haven't even begun to lose our minds, Greg. There's still too much bowling left for that.
True that, Duncan. 3rd ball coming up. Speaking of insanity.
Talk to me on the 16th string. I won't be speaking English by that point.
What fun. Stay tuned for that.
Oh, yeah.
3rd ball. Gets away. That'll be 6. Wearing a Candlepins for Cancer cap as well as the New England flooring shirt.
Repping all sorts of bowling, Angel Morales is today.
New standings dropped. We have Tim Hazard in front with that 141. Aaron Fontaine drops the 2nd. He threw a 121. Wasn't bad at all. Daly's 134 has him in 3rd place. Now 80 pins back. Morales finds his head pin. He splits.
Daly jumped freshie, if I'm not mistaken.
It is string 12 of 20, isn't it?
It is 12 of 20. Yep, we are.
La la la.
There we go.
And then this was through 11 strings because I'm going to update this.
Thank you, Mr. Gaunt. We appreciate your input as always, keeping us level.
Yeah, Will's been clutch with updates all day. So a 7 box for Morales, and we go over to Jeff Burns. No relation to Kevin, to my knowledge.
Nope.
Let me just type this in lickety-split.
Jeff Burns with an Agawam Bowl shirt, another Western Mass guy. We have a nice collection of them coming up right here. I think these next, this lane and the next 2 are all Western Mass.
Yes, that's right.
Whenever he was done, we'll get him to you. Oh, nice 9 drop, Jeff Burns. Blowing it up right now. You all set?
Gonna snap a quick pick of this as well. And there we go. And the spare. The 9 drop converts for the spare.
Beautiful ball
For
right
Burns.
there. I got to go make sure that I'm going to be able to not hold up my lanes, Greg. Always a pleasure.
Sounds good.
Yep, I'll see you on the next one.
See you around. Looks like I got some wicked lag on my side. We'll see if I can straighten this out. All right, Gregory, what you got? Any technical tricks of the trade here? I'll have to drop the frame rate, I suppose. Let's see if that does any good. We'll see. Sorry, folks, for the choppiness. Burns to Phil. I got a local recording as well, worst case scenario. On the Phil, head pin takes out the 10, 4-7. 18 box to begin. And a nice shot for another spare. So 28 and a ball through 2. I don't. Jeff Burns' first Easter Classic. A tournament is now in its 36th edition. Back on this head pin. It's getting better and better until it gets that much worse. 2-1-1 split. And 34 through 2. Trying to make this one. What a cut on the 5 and 10. No good for Burns, as I think at long last my frame rate issues are improving, knock on wood. I know it's at the expense of frame rate, but still, I'll take anything I can get at this point. A 9 for Burns. Pleasure to have you alongside. Great crowd here on our YouTube stream. Another YouTube stream available with Paul with the bowler's next lane over on lane 32. So if you want a second helping of any of the bowlers you see, you can on YouTube. In addition to the stream on the other side of the house with Michelle Atherton. Jeff Burns, 43 through 3. Out of Agawam Bowl and Agawam Mask. Great new ownership as well, looking to refurbish the place. Always great to see bowling centers get their love at a time when we're really in a place of trying to protect it. 4 horsemen, wow, 9 pin, but not the 7. What a bid. It's good bowling here. Chance to try and pick up another pin here. And he does, a 10. Jeff Burns, 53 through 4. Up next is Tim Hazard after this box. To see if our number 1 bowler will remain as such. Through 11 strings, the standings are here. 29 pins ahead. 80 ahead of Josh Daly. Freshie and Baker in there as well, but now 100 pins back. That's how it goes. As the strings stretch out, the leads tend to grow and grow. But Hazard and Fontaine currently look to be the marquee matchup. Daly in his familiar position in the catbird seat. Burns cannot convert this 2-1 split, but he is going to get a 60 half out of this. And a 9. 62 at the half. Sorry, Nico, I've given the paper over. We'll have to, hopefully it'll get uploaded soon to LedaLanes.com. as I know you know, of course, but for our folks, go to LedaLanes.com for the complete standings so that you are in the know. Tim Hazard now on lane 31. That's Daly on lane 32. You can watch it on YouTube. Hazard protecting a 29-pin lead. Aaron Fontaine, he starts at a half Worcester. Aaron Fontaine on quite a few lanes away. We'll see Fontaine more as he rounds the bend, and we'll see if we can get a camera closer too. He would not be on 31 otherwise. Against the half Worcester is Hazard. Into the 3-pin, he's got the 1, 4, 7, and 9. Team New England Flooring co-captained by Dave Malahan and Nate Lees. That's the shirt Tim proudly wears. He gets an 8-box. Angel on that team as well. A rough start, but still plenty of time in this 12th string of 20. Daly is 80 pins back at the moment. He's not off to a strong start either. And look at this, 1 versus 3, side by side. We see Hazard. He's on the 3-pin, 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Consider a lot of people are streaming right now. So this is great for the game because they're probably live in a lot of places. On TikTok, across YouTube, across Facebook. It's guzzling up the stream bandwidth for us as well. But it's great for the sport as a whole. 1, 4, 6, and 10. Great to see you all here. You would not all fit at Leda Lanes. Big favor if you wouldn't mind liking the video if you are indeed logged into YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button. Hazard takes a 7-box and is 15 through 2 to begin. The leader flagging a bit. But although he throws a towel, is far from actually throwing it in. I'm not sure why Paul's stream says 12 to 16. I think he'll call an audible on what strings he'll actually cover as we look to cover the most engaging things. 5-pin was hit in the half. And Tim Hazard has a naked 5-pin. It's been a while since he's had a leave. Can he now find the range? Yes, he can. Nicks the pin to the side. And now Tim will look to load this up. 25 plus through 3. Thank you for spending some of your Easter Sunday with us. Or Orthodox Easter Sunday, which apparently Orthodox Easter falls on the same day. That's not true every year, but it is this year. Go figure. Tim Hazard has cashed in this once before. He came in 4th place in 2023 with a 24-14. Probable to make the money again. Just loaded 9 on this spare. 34 plus through 3. Lots of Western Mass representation. Duncan was spot on when he said it. We're going to see a bunch here. Another 5-pin. Another spare. Did I pre-mark that spare? Wow. I lost my mind, put the spare in the 4th. I knew Hazard's bowling was good, but to pre-mark that was a bit cart before the horse of the commentator, and yet it came true. 44 plus through 4. Let's see if Tim can load up another big count. Here it comes. He's got his head pin full this time, though. 5. first split he's had to contend with, and it's the 3 and 2. That plank is in front of the 4 and 7. And Kevin Burns alongside us, so we watch this shot here. His try. Too far across, didn't get to the 3-pin.
Well, how about this?
$9, 58 half for Hazard, and go ahead, Kevin.
Mark Hollywood Smith. Triple strike. Made a 10. In a spare. 92 at the half plus a ball.
92 at the half, huh? Charlie Collins and Aaron Halbadell of the 176 high single. That's on pace to beat that if, of course, he can get another half just like it.
It's Hollywood. Do you expect anything less?
Well, we saw it at the Pro Series. Beating Andrew Therian's 390-ish comes to mind. Morales' first ball gets away. Second one coming up. Thank you, Nico. I think that's fine. Yeah, exact string numbers, I think, is too early to tell. We do have an exact estimate of numbers, though. 14 places will pay $4,200 to the winner, and they are paying top 5 high singles out of the money. Plus, there's a variety of side pools as well. Third ball is a good one, $7.
And let's not forget about that 4-bagger pool as well.
That has not been hit yet, if I recall.
No, but the closest I've seen was just now with Mark Smith. He dropped a Greek church on his 4-bagger attempt.
Morales, head pin, 5 and 9. Best look at the string for him. Wearing the Candlepins for Cancer cap, please log on to Candlepins number 4 cancer.com. If you have a few dollars and are willing to help a bowling family, you could use it. Spare for Morales. 55 and a ball. Quite simply, it's a 501c3 charity of bowlers helping bowlers.
Triple strike, 10, spare.
And every dollar you give helps, essentially. And families get paid out basically either usually $500 or $1,000 at a time. It was 4 strikes in a row?
No, that's how much I owe for lemon drops.
Oh, $4 in lemon drops, sorry. But yeah, even those dollars from lemon drops, $1 at a time for that little anti-side pool of sorts, even those go a long way and help a lot of families, including our executive producer, Bob Lees, during that difficult time and obviously difficult time now. A spread eagle from Morales and a 4-fill, 59 through 7. So, I mean, Bob himself has been able to pay forward exactly that generosity from the charity, and then you folks as well chipping in as well really helps out. So please, Candlepins4cancer.com, Candlepins number 4 cancer.com, and thank you very much. 3 out on the left side, a good second ball.
Which is similar to what I did on mine earlier today. Remember, Greg?
You had a good crack at that eagle. It's right. That was quite a few strings ago, and I still remember it.
Yeah.
Nothing doing on the third ball, 66. Bob Lee is live as well, huh? Okay, we're all streaming. Let's go.
Well, I noticed that Tim Hazard has a 29-pin lead over Aaron Fontaine. Daly has enough time to make a run for it.
I mean, it's a very familiar story for Josh, who's always had that knack for hovering in the 3rd or 4th position.
Always. I mean, I never seen him finish higher than 4th.
He got 3rd the year before that, but
yeah,
3rd, 4th, and now we're heading for maybe 3rd again.
Yep.
But like you just said, time is there. Third ball, outside on a yes, a 10 box.
What an out. What an out.
One more look at this one. The pins do crumble. As Angel delivers this on the outside, 2 takes the 5, and then Wood off the wall takes out triangle number 4.
Nico just made a comment to you, Greg.
Oh, on Michelle's. Oh, gotcha. See, I'm all the way over here. That 2-pin is now all the way into the curtain.
Yeah, that's a quarter Worcester. Don't you love that shot?
Well, I do just love a bargain, but I'm not sure I could get one of those now. Local reference notwithstanding. Morales is back on this one.
Oh, it's
9
mixing.
is down, 5's wiggling, 3 is standing.
Well, mix. That's a good mix. I know. Don't you just love a bargain?
Hello, Wendy. Good to see you. Great to have you in Canada watching along with us here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New
And that's
Hampshire.
a 9 for Angel.
Tough string there. We move over to Jeff Burns to mark half.
No relation. If he was related to me, my bowling will probably be a little bit better than what it is.
Yeah, we've got quite a few Kevins and a few Burns here. You are you, and you are unique and special, but just the name overlap is interesting. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if you noticed, I did change my shirt during
You
the break.
you did, like a number of bowlers have as well. Probably a good idea at this point.
I mean, I
Freshy's
could've-
3 lanes away. We'll see him in string number 15, by the way.
I mean, I could have stayed in my Candlepins for Cancer shirt, but just the try and drive home in that and getting cold on the way home, nah, no thanks.
Well, you get 10 strings the other way now.
Yep.
1, 3, 5, and 9. That's a bad kind of double-double.
All parallel pins. They're all on the same plane.
Wall, goodness. Wow.
All on the same plane, too.
Jeff totally overcuts that head pin. That was a fine slice. And thankfully, this plank makes it tenable. But
That'll
the
be an
cap
8.
spun in.
That'll be an 8-box.
Tough one on the third ball. 2 pins get away, but still the 2 marks bolstering the string. Nico's worked Nico all the way back.
What's the issue?
Just making sure Paul's stream is online is all.
Okay.
5 pins. That's it.
A Caleri on the right hand side. 4 horsemen made up the 1, the 2, the 4, the 7, and the 9 pin.
AJ Quinn's going to enjoy watching this back. He's got 119 and a ball through 9. On lane 30. Burns, not you. 1-7.
Well, thank you for clarifying that, because if that were me, my ball would have just missed the shot.
Our viewers
altogether.
probably worked it out, but still. And a nice slice. I'm not sure how that didn't take the 9. Goodness.
It went right behind it, Greg.
Whirling dervish and a 9.
AJ Quinn just buried the pocket. He leaves a solid 4 pin.
Bob Lee got a 126. Hell yeah, nice. Our executive producer doing work as he always does. Not as much temporarily. Jeff's got this head pin. Down go the 9 and 5, and a good chance here. Dialed back in. 10 pin and a ramp.
All right, Greg, I'm up. I got to go.
Bye-bye. Kevin Burns has been alongside. He'll be back. Jeff Burns in front of us. At the 10 pin. Yes, guided in by the wood. Really, I think he could have actually taken that 10 pin clean with that ball. 89 and a ball through 8. Burns on his 8th box here, filling his 3rd mark. And then Tim Hazard on a 58 half. A 58 half that I think he's slightly disappointed with. You know, when the average has been 130s something. Just time and time and time again.
After the ball strings, Aaron Fontaine second, 1477. Josh Dillett next, 1426. Nick Freshy's F level 1405. Sean Baker 1400. Collins 119.
Burns try. 2 pin. Takes out a bunch. 139. This is Greg Gouillart. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. Please like the video if you're logged into YouTube. Helps us out. Helps get the word out. I mean, 186 of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I'm sure you're having a pleasant Easter Sunday, whether it's with us or however you're spending your time today. Thank you for making us a part of it and seeing these great bowlers in action. Jeff Burns having a good string, 96, 1, 3, and 9. This is an interesting one. Maybe ball outside head pin, takes the wood and takes outside head pin into the 3, ball into the wood, takes the 9. I'm glad he's shooting this and not me, but if I had to just diagram it, Collins is praying for the head pin to fall on the other stream. You can watch that hijinks there. And he did try to go almost on the outside of the head pin. As it happens, the wood didn't even take out the 9, but I thought he had the right idea with that one. Now he'll just go for the 1-3 if he's taking the prudent way out. The Agawam bowler gets the 1-9. That's a fine out all the same. 105 through 9. A lot of former champions in the top 15. Now 14 places pay, but a lot of familiar names, even though currently the top 5 feature all non-champions. Oh, excuse me, Sean Baker 5th. I beg your pardon, didn't see that there. He's had it twice. But the top 4, not champions. Burns dumps 9. 10 pin, gets bumped. Blank sits in front. Don't fall in the gutter. Basic rule of Candlepin, you must not play the wood in the gutter.
Happy Easter. Thank you for being here. Happy Easter. Thank you for being here.
Yes, on the plank. That's a spare. Burns 115 in a ball. 4 mark string. That's a good pro string there. 5 pins left standing, 6 pins left standing in the other boxes. So averaging 9 on all the markless frames, 4 marks. It's really a very solid pro string.
Be right with you. All done here.
$115 in the ball. Down goes the 3 and 6. Fill is 7, excuse me, for a 122. I apologize. I had to do some technical configuration there. Jeff Burns, that's a beautiful, I mean, averaging 7 on your spare fills and averaging 9 on your markless boxes. That's a pretty pro-grade 122 there. That's Daly chopping through a 4-pin there. And this is Tim Hazard not breaking up the 6-pin, but a good ball. He's had his last 4 head pins. Red assistant note splits. Looking to cut across. What a spare that is! Tim Hazard showing you why he's number 1 today, at least to this point. Look at this one again. That is pro tier. Off the wall in front of the 6, and that is just a glimpse into his sensational bowling today. Into the 5-pin, 1, 3, and 8. He's got a 7 fill. He'll try to send the ball off the 2 into the, well, off the 1, the 3, and the 8, excuse me. He's off the wall, but not back into the 8-pin. That's 10. So 5 previous head pins hit, all splits on the last 3. Can Hazard go even higher than this? That was a sensational spare in the 6th, and that's what sets apart the pros, the spares that you just can't imagine any mortal person like us getting. His try in the 8th tips over the 7-pin. Wood comes across, and 2 pieces coalesce in front of the 7 on the left. Microphone on your left side, if you please. And yes, he collects this 7-pin for a spare. Tim Hazard, 95 and a ball through 8. There's your mute button here. I'll pop that open.
All right.
And alongside me, Justin Scally. Hello.
How are you doing, Greg?
Doing all right. You bowled in this event before. Not this year, of course, between injuries and family. Not injuries to family, heaven forbid.
No. More so. More so the injury part. Still recovering from physical therapy back over the winter time. My family's always been pretty supportive of me bowling in this, so never really been a problem.
3 fill for Hazard on the spare. 98 through 8. He's seeing Daly get frustrated to his right. Now object, and he's chopping. And right, wow. Triple chop.
Ouch.
And that is a triple object 6 box.
Ooh, that hurts.
Your
Yeah.
ball takes that, Scally. You could deliver cross lane to
Yeah,
that.
right. Yeah, right. Yeah, coming in a little more. Oh, yeah. I don't want to say that.
This ain't Worlds. No substitutions allowed, of course.
Nope. Nope.
Of course, we just had that Men's World Championship last year at Leda Lanes. This year should be in Moncton. That's a good bounce back ball. Strike.
Yeah, hammer time.
114 plus 2 through to this 10th box.
This came from the other side. Yeah, let's say.
Mark Smith, 165. Will's been a good source of information all day.
Yeah. I just came from over there. He started out the. I think it might have been a 164. I think they were fixing a scoring error at the end.
Something
there.
like that. But
And then it was a 164. But yeah, he started out the string with the triple. I think he was 7 in a row. I think he started the string.
Hayes again. Head pin again. 6. Still filling the strike.
Yep. He started the string 7 in a row, and then he tried to make he had a nice 2-6 cut shot in there, had a half Worcester in there, and then just lost the head pin there the last couple boxes.
Tim Hazard fills with 8 and gets a 122, just like Jeff Burns did, in fact. That'll make him a little bit nervous, but Fontaine would need a 151. Not impossible for him to run that down.
Yep.
We see the scores here. Angel just happy for Tim and Jeff Burns with a great 122 and some more Western Massachusetts talent coming around the pipeline here. Just making absolutely certain here. But yes, it should be Brian Mayer. No, that I was so positive I knew, but maybe Tyler Mayer.
That would make sense.
Okay. Brian Mayer, Tyler Mayer, and A.J. Quinn. I was thinking of another Tyler. You must have known what it was. Tyler O'Brien. That's right.
Yeah, he is not here. He hasn't done this in a few years. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So
silly me.
Yeah, so that's all family on that lane too. They're all AJ and them are all cousins.
Very nice. Bowlers pick their lane mates beforehand. It's an individual competition, but that's what matters there.
Before I started doing this, I think my first one was 2012 or 13. I can never remember the exact year.
Yep. Hot score alert. Lane 29, Sean Sears, 123 through 8, 43 over right now.
Nice.
He's got the 124 for the Pro Series event winner.
Yeah, very happy for him when he won that. When he won the singles one down there at Timber.
And he has run this down, so now he's got the chance to go 150 something. Mayhaps 133 and a ball through 9 in his case.
Yeah, funny enough, I was out doing something that day, and I just got home just at the right time to catch his last 2 matches. Thankfully, you had him on the stream. I was able to watch him.
That was a lot of fun. Put a pretty decent showing at the playoffs in Exeter as well.
Yeah, he did. He made a nice run that day.
Aaron Fontaine defeated Sean Baker that day. Looked for a moment like we were going to have an Easter rematch. They are second and fifth. Never say never, but Baker would have to start again turning on the Jets.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to follow it along all day with the group chat that you set up this morning. It's shaping up as a two-horse race right now, but as you know, there's plenty of time. And
Whoa.
That man in third is lurking.
110, so close for Sean Sears. A.J. Quinn at a 137 on lane 30. We're going to see him on 31 in just a moment. Sean Sears ends up with a 151. Mayor's not half bad. 115 in a ball, ho-hum. That's pro tier as well.
Yep.
Nothing
out of the ordinary for him.
Brian Mayer was on Maria's subs at one point, at least when we were in Moncton last. He drops 9? That number starts with an N. It is 9, and it is 124 it should be in the end.
Yep.
So there we go.
Yep, 124. They're going to go in there and fix it. There we go.
Oh, but I'm going to do one more thing. No rest for, well, listen, I'm not holding you hostage, but Nick Zuffalato, our current fourth-place bowler, is in action on lane 28.
That is 28, yep.
And he is on 70 through 6.
No, he's second ball in the 6th. He's got a...
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So he was 63 at the half.
That's right, 63 at the half, excuse me. He gets only one pin on that split. And, well, okay, just one more on that cap.
Hey, happy Easter, Casey. Skidman 1000, Paul is on a different stream. He's going to be roaming around
Raise
a
your
little bit the
microphone.
rest of the night.
Raise your microphone like a lot.
Oh, okay, there we go.
There you go.
Yep.
Can I do this?
Slide the pin cam over. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see if we're...
To be honest, I stopped counting. I don't know which lane it stopped on.
There,
Yes.
There we... Ha-ha.
Good guess, Gregory. What a skill stop.
There we go.
Chester Cofer, Nick Zuffalato, 72 through 6. Don't read the incomplete frames. I know the Cubica scorer. I know better. Ooh, that's a nice little towel you got there.
Ooh, microfiber, very nice.
The action out front is too compelling, else I would show that back here. Roll Wood, where's that 4-pin going?
Oh, my.
It's going. Wood's still going. 7-pin? No.
Back with that 13 string momentum. Other balls just wrapping up. They have 3 blocks to go. Back to be alive. Just a few minutes.
So he collects a 9-box. So a little bit in the doldrums here. 81 through 7, despite his best efforts, still can pin out 111. Yeah, that'll come back eventually. Meh. Yeah.
Been having some connection issues.
Everyone wants to stream today. Ain't that the way?
Yeah, quite a few going.
That's pretty much it. I lowered my bandwidth to try and be deferential here. Freshy's got the bundle of 5, and then the check mark. We still got a recording. We should keep this rolling for that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Check mark right side.
Got to clear out the old hard drive before the day starts, huh?
Oh, yeah. I could stream a 40 streamer with this memory capacity. We're good. I'm not going to, but still. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Just 3 more taken out, but not the spare made. I'm going to take the scoreboard away and start resetting for the next one. And there's that 10-box made on lane 28 for Nick Zuffalato. The freshman forever, Freshy we call him.
That's right.
What, just because he's short?
Yep.
It's punching down a bit, that's for sure.
No.
Sorry. Nick Zuffalato, a Pro Series organizer. Winning this Easter Classic would be big for him. He's had a lot of victories, but just this show of consistency of winning this 20-string tournament would mean so much to him.
Yeah, he had a rough couple seasons, but he's back on the ball this year, for sure.
I don't want to discount the fact that Troy Fournier's also having a good string, a 3-1 split for him.
Yes.
As he could pin out 125. He's in his 9th box right now.
Yeah, probably going to get just one. He's got the 2-6 up there. Yep.
Couple more sticks for Nick, and he's got 99 through 9.
Yeah. Well, they could use a mark here.
Yeah.
And they get back over 110, not lose too much ground.
All right.
Ooh,
In
splash
there,
ball.
6-pin. Wood got stopped up, else it could have rolled in.
Stay back there, Wood. All right, there we go.
All right. Trying to get this connection back here. I think I may have found a way. We'll see.
Yeah, let us know,
Yeah, please.
as usual.
Plank's right there. Come on, Freshie.
There you
That's
go.
gone.
Yeah, his ball coming in at that angle, that could set up for him nicely.
109 and a ball. Really has that overhand curl, and we'll see it clearer on 31.
Yep.
Following the fourth-place bowler right now.
Yep. Troy matched him as well. He's 124 in a ball.
That's head pin. It's thin. It is a bundle of 5.
Wait, nope, 5-pin goes.
Okay, stack another one on. So 100,
Should be 115.
115 in that case if the computer was slow.
Yep, now it's, yep. that has
And
been
now all
fixed.
bowlers will move. No point in taking the audio time out. I'll just reset here. Zip, zip. So A.J. Quinn, Tyler Mayer, and Brian Mayer. In string 13 of 20. And there we go. Justin Scally alongside me. I'm Greg Gouillart, and this is Candlepin Bowling Network, string 13 of 20. Are we crazy? 20 games? Of course we are.
Absolutely.
Every year since 1989. It feels weird to talk about something about a year I'm not been born in, but there we go. 1989. An annual tradition here in Nashua, New Hampshire, and it will not take place all but certainly in these confines again. It is the last tournament in this building, but there is still reason to hold out hope for Leda Lanes and this tournament's continued future.
Yes.
In the meantime, we have A.J. Quinn. Starts out off target. Not a lot of so-called lemon drops here. He usually gets at least something else to go with that 6 or 4 pin. That's the good news there. Quinn has an 1196 through the first 12 strings. Back in there, had a great last string north of 130.
Yeah.
He'll enjoy watching back his lane 30 footage for sure.
Yeah, it's about 35 or so pins over his average. I think his average is like, last I knew was like in that 95 to 100 range or something. So
Leaves a few pins standing there, but at 8 to begin.
certainly had some decent showings this year.
Apologies for the iffiness of the stream quality there. We're doing our best here, but there's only so much we can do with all the limitations. Although I might be able to knock it back even further. I know this makes the video quality choppy, but you do what you gotta do. We all do what we gotta do, and it's the 1, 2, 4, 10. Cabling in is not an option, then Leda's operations themselves get disrupted. That doesn't work either. 36 lanes here, 102 bowlers. 2 breakdown lanes, in case you're wondering how the math shakes out.
Yep.
In fact, lane 19 is operational right now.
No, it is not.
No, it's not. The pin deck lights are lit. I got juked. Ball 3. Off target for a 6. Taking a look at the Easter scores here. I got the amazing treasure trove of data. Thank you so much to Dottie Lawrook and Dave Barber and John Zappi for making this compilation possible. H.A. Quinn, this is his second Easter Classic, had a 2025 in 2024. Headpin this time, triangle 2. 2, 4, and 5. Put that white brick up there in the middle to indicate the headpin hit. That's how we're doing it today. With a little red S if there's a split.
Another tweak to the scoreboard, huh?
You know me, ever the tinkerer. Quinn just on the 4-pin, chance is missed.
All right, 2-4 left. Oop.
Another 8 box there. The Mayors coming up next, including Brian Mayer, who, just trying to remind myself, yes, he's still on Maria subs. I thought so.
Yep. Yep, he's been with them for a little while now.
He had that one sensational single up in Moncton. I still remember it on our stream when Maria subs made a playoff run. Quinn looking to find the handle here. That's Brian's surprise to his left. We'll see him, Aaron Halbedel, who was the co-highest single at last check, and Sean Sears coming up next in string 14. Quinn back on it, 2-pin. Or is that the 5?
That is the 2-pin.
It is the 2-pin.
That is the 2-pin.
Always go with your first instinct. That's what they say on the SAT test. Oh, that's redundant. It's like giving out your PIN number. A 9 box. Courtesy of the redundancy of Department of Redundancies.
You got to run a Western Mass. And Western Mass Bowl is the stretch of 3 lanes here from 30 to 32.
So then we'll get 2 Canadians and Freshie after that. That's Travis Wallace going at it on lane 29. But yeah, loving this Western Mass connection. That may have been deliberate. Again, lanes are first come, first serve, and bowling partners are decided by the bowlers.
Usually groups of people try to get lanes together.
You gotta.
I bowl with
doing 20 strings alone ain't the way.
No,
Ooh, 1-8, not the 2-pin for Quinn. So a markless half, but a couple of good efforts on those last frames, if no marks in the half. Grabs a stick, that's 10. And a 41 at the half. So over to Tyler Mayer now.
All right, so while Tyler's getting up, I have a question.
Yeah.
Your nice little top 5 leaderboard there, how is that getting populated?
Manually.
It is manually, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There is no fancy CSS imports or whatever.
Kind of what I figured, but figured I'd ask anyway.
But it sure looks good, doesn't it?
Yes. It's a nice...
I've got that little aesthetic going with the bond schrift semi-bold font. The modern touch to a classic game of Candlepin bowling.
That's right.
Tyler Mayer. Now, Brian has done this tournament many times, but this is Tyler's first. Let's see his approach here. Comes straight on at it. Ouch. Quarter Worcester, welcome to the show, bud.
Yeah, I did not know. Oh, I think he's falling down. Yeah, I did not know Brian had a son that bowled, so that's good to see.
Lane 32 live on YouTube as well. Facebook Live with Michelle Atherton on the other side of the house. Same spot, third ball coming up. And lots of coverage across a lot of social media platforms as well. Third ball.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, no. Plenty of time to shake that off. Nothing a spare can't repair.
Yep. Only 1 box.
That's Aaron Halbedel to his left. Tyler Mayer has an 11.33 through the first 12 strings. If I remember to squint up at that Cubica score every now and again. Unfortunately, we had the live scoring we were hoping to have here, but the feature broke down, so we don't have the online capabilities available, folks, but great to see you all the same. Through 12 strings, I don't have the data on just yet, I'm noticing. Taking a look, it looks like it hasn't been posted either, actually, so they may still be calculating a thing or two. They've been so prompt with the score updates all the way through today, and the Howards do a fantastic job running this tournament time after time. Into the 2-pin goes Tyler. Mayer's got the 1, 3, 5, 8, and 9. Austin Barnes, the 2024 defending champion, a long ways off right now. Unlikely to repeat. Who will it be this year? the 1 and 9. If Sean Baker can go from 5th to 1st, it would be number 3 in his Easter Classic trophy chest.
Another notch in his future Hall of Fame career, for sure.
Surely probable. 8-box Tyler Mayer. Sean Baker has made over $20,000 in Easter Classic winnings alone, including those 2 first-place finishes.
Oh, I even got the payouts there. Very nice.
Couple seconds. Yeah, Dave Barber did a fantastic job with those spreadsheets specifically.
Yeah, that's all Dottie Lorick.
Yeah.
She's kept everything.
Compiling the data. What I
Yeah.
keep meaning to ask her is when she got the idea to do this, because, like, 20 strings is a gimmick until everyone keeps coming back again and again.
Right.
Who knew that this was actually a format people would love doing? And yet here we all are, and for the 2nd straight year, it has sold out. Even in the heyday when...
That never happened.
Yeah, even when you had a cast of characters
Right.
that you think would like this tournament.
think
Only
I'll-
now has it had the critical acclaim that it does now.
Yeah. But even back in those days, I think you had a lot of you still had a lot of people that didn't bowl because it fell on Easter Sunday, and
There is
a lot.
I do wonder if and only if, with the new building, as Mayer collects a 10 there, that was a nice shot on the 1-3-10. We're going to get another look at that one again. I wonder if this tournament, you know, the 20-string tournament, I feel like there's always going to be demand for an annual 20-string tournament. But whether it falls on Easter could be another thing.
Right.
But Ray Semino wanted to fill the house on Easter one time, or just wanted more bowlers on Easter. How else were you going to generate business? So this was his idea. Just that's one way to keep the bowlers here all day. And here we still are to this point.
Now, if I remember correctly from looking through some, might have been the Florence Greenleaf the game at Candlepin Bowling.
Mm-hmm. I need to read more of that. I got it now.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I read through it I read through the whole thing on a vacation, like quite a while ago now. But
look at this bid on this one, 9-10. Wood's coming back for it.
I think before Leda started it, there was another house in Manchester. I forget the name of it. That's now defunct, but they hosted a. They had hosted a 20-stringer, but then the house closed and the tournament went with it.
Well, until the de facto spiritual successors to this point. Mayer grabs another 9, and I now have myself some score updates to share. Let me just make absolutely sure I've got this one.
Ooh.
The fact checker's hard at work here. Tim Hazert maintaining his advantage by 8 stinking pins over Aaron Fontaine, who threw a 143 previous. We saw Tim Hazert's 122. Solid sort of bowling you want. But yet again, the difference is single digits as Josh Daly continues to hover in 3rd. Baker passes Freshie, and now Zuffalato in 5th and Baker 4th. But now in triple digits back, which you can imagine. But it's looking increasingly like a Hazard and Fontaine showdown, with Daly maybe in the catbird seat, and maybe he'll make the move out of 3rd. It is a remarkable show of consistency to consistently be in the top 5 of the Easter Classic. It is a notch in Daly's cap, even though it is probably driving him crazy that he can't break through that ceiling. Tyler needs an out here on this 3rd ball. 7 pins to get.
Of course, yeah, like I said.
Yes, he does. A few more, that'll make it a 7 box. Disappointing half for him, but every pin matters down the stretch.
And of course, like you said, Fontaine just won the Pro Series playouts a couple weeks ago, so he is coming in with a lot of confidence right now.
Top 14 places will be paid the money as Brian Mayer of Maria's Subs will be stepping up now. John Zappi, Craig Holbrook, Bob Whitcomb, those legends. And Brian Mayer in good company with them as a member of that men's world's team. Again, the 3-pin threatening to fly away, but at least grabs the 5 and the 4. So I got the 3-4-5. Who'd have thunk it?
Unconventional takeout.
Hazer made a beauty. What a shot
Oh,
that
wow,
is as well.
beautiful.
And the unorthodox becomes nothing. Mayer 10 in a ball to begin as we watch a conversion we may not see again for a long time. He plays this one in the 1-2, I believe.
And Hazard and Mayer, that's a couple of Canal Lanes' finest right there.
In Southampton, Massachusetts. Mayer to fill. Yep, got his head pin. Rang around the 3 pin, so it's a 7 fill and a triangle.
Oh no, that one got away.
Yep, immediately realized the error of his ways as soon as he released it. I'm just sharing this is in the group chat here so that all our commentators today can appreciate this. He's got a 10 box. So in 6th place right now, Justin Waters, he's just going up and up and up and up. Now he's at 1506 through the 12 strings, that should say, doink. And Kevin Davis, 1506, or 1501, excuse me, the former champion. Jeff Surratt, former champion, is at 8th. Leach, 9th. Jerry Dunn, 10th. Chris Bovair, former champion, in 11th. Tim Douglas, former champion, in 12th. Matt Harnett, 13th. Nick Norcross, 14th. And former champ Austin Barnes in 15th.
All right.
It takes some sort of bowler to go the distance. But it may be a new face right here. As the noise continues on the Hazard side, we can hear Paul Grant stream from over here. And he's got another spare. 34 and a ball through 3 is Hazard. Mayer's going to work out this one. He's missed his object again, and he gets a 7. And he just dumped 10 on it on lane 32.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear. Don't know if you can hear Paul in the background, but off to our right, Josh Daly, 75, sitting on a strike. Oh,
The big question, what is Aaron Fontaine up to over yonder? We can't see right now, but he will get somewhat in view. That's a crushed head pin and a strike for Brian Mayer. That was pretty decisive. Woo. The 4 and the 5 fall almost in tandem.
wow, Mayer, Hazard, and Danny Harris all throw strikes at the same time. Go figure. I don't think Danny Harris has ever bowled this, at least as long as I can remember.
Mayer to Phil, it has been years since Danny Harris has bowled.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Back when he would be, shortly after he left, he's not bowling stars and strikes. He comes to this tournament, but this is the first time in years that Danny has bowled this tournament.
Okay, gotcha. I was going to say, because he hasn't been bowling this as long as I have been.
Mayer around the 10 pin, but the strike fill is now 9. Speaking of, I got to pull up Brian Mayer's stats. There's quite a book on him as well. He gets a 10, 63 at the half. And we see the full scores. Brian Mayer has bowled in 14 Easter Classics prior to this. If I'm reading this correctly, he made $88, yes, $88 in 2007 because he was in 14th place. Maybe that was a tie for the money or a high single or some such.
I'm going to get, well.
Maybe high single out of the money. But in 2018, Brian Mayer, runner-up with 25-32 in the year that Chris Bovair won his second. Back to A.J. Quinn for his second half. As the Western Showcase rolls on here at Leda Lanes in Nashua. He's on his head pin. He likes that one, 3-6. It was a pleasure to see John Kafalis earlier, probably the most demonstrative bowler. And I know Bob Lee, but 3-6? Just off.
Yeah. The man known as Irby is definitely up there in the demonstrativeness.
You'll love to see it, as long as it doesn't throw you off your game.
Doesn't bowl as much as he used to, but still hanging around.
10 box for Quinn. Yes, we can hear Paul. I'm glad there's enough ambiance, the ambient noise being picked up here. That's Danny Harris lighting it up on lane 33. Over to 31, Quinn.
Oh, boy.
Lost the grip. Jeff Surratt, 5-time champion. Chris Sargent, 4-time champion. Gary Carrington, 3, and Holbrook, 3. What a great bounce back ball that is. Basically a second ball hammer for a spare. Take a look at this one. I'm just mostly curious to see if it would have taken the 10 anyway. Oh yeah.
That was a bomb.
Yeah, that 10 pin's getting torched in that one anyway.
Oh yeah, a little tip off the wall right there.
All right.
Well,
Ball in hand, 61 in a ball through 7. He waits for Angel Morales to his right to deliver, and then he'll go. Stutter step,
Oh,
just
boy.
2. He does have one thing right, though. Power is how you get down these pins. But if you just lose that tempo at the last moment, and it's such an abbreviated delivery at the end there, that it seems like there's a lot of ways for that to go wrong, just in that short span of time. Gets his 8 box there. You have to be almost so. You have to always, no matter what your technique is in this game, and we've all got our quirks. Nobody towers the ball as high as Scally, for example. You got to get the timing right of whatever your delivery is and know where that release point is so you can get the ball out and forward.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can get my backswing down any lower than I've gotten it. Otherwise, I'll be lobbing it halfway down the lane.
Well, lobs are an optional rule. Ooh, just kidding. Just trying to stir it up. It is the most politically controversial rule in the game right now.
Without question.
There is, of course, an obvious benefit to it in that it preserves wooden lanes like we have here at Leda lanes as well. Keeps all the ball impacts to that first 10 feet of the lane. But whether it creates a competitive advantage, many pros say no. 9-pin right behind the 10. That'll be a 9 box. So whether it actually generates that advantage is a question. The sense I get is as long as it's not your typical delivery, it seems like it wouldn't be. Dunk pin bowlers have more of a loft to it, but still it's a roll. In the end, 4 horsemen in the 7 for Quinn to finish out his string.
Yeah, duck pin you see it a decent amount.
They really zip that ball down there.
Oh, yeah.
Candlepin is the only game with a so-called lob line rule, although maybe some houses in other sports have a sign saying, please kindly don't. But it is the only one where there is a lob line in the rule book. International Candlepin Bowling Association rules.
Right.
That's a good out there. 3 more pins on the 3rd ball.
Yep.
And he gets up to 89 for the string.
The only thing that I know of that consistently has a lob line judge is the Putnam Street King of the Hill.
That's right, where you have a man in a folding chair
Yep,
watching it.
Yep, Jim Mazzaferro. He's been running that. He's been running that tournament for God, I have no idea how long. Quite a bit longer than I've been bowling it anyway, and I don't get to do it as much as I used to.
Well, you're not going to stop having lob line judges then, that's for sure.
Oh no! I respect it. I do respect it. Hey, he's called me for a few.
How does he do it? He doesn't have a whistle like some do. But
No, he just yells lob.
you know.
Oh yeah, it's not that loud, but he does yell. You can hear him.
The whistling is more of a state of Maine innovation with the lobbing, by and large, I've noticed.
Oh, like a physical,
And they blow an actual whistle.
actual whistle, like a referee.
Yes,
okay.
yes, they do. I've seen it on some of the shows. I know there was one where Don Saucier, Hall of Famer, was bowling on one show, and I think it was his opponent that got literally whistled for one, but there you go.
Yep.
Tyler Mayer's got 5 pins remaining for the third ball. Brian Surprise, Aaron Halbadell, and Sean Sears up next. 13th string of 20.
Yeah, Tyler, I think you do make a good point there, because I even think if you really don't want to try to do it consistently, because I think for a lot of people aren't going to have the proper technique to be able to do it without doing any damage to your shoulder.
Yeah. And if you throw a ball into the masking unit, yikes.
Yeah, I know of someone that's done it.
Oof.
Yeah,
I think there should be like a slam tilt, like in pinball.
Yeah.
You know, there's tilting in pinball, and then if you like abuse the game, it like shuts off completely.
A guy in our Tuesday League at Academy, he's on the half was to left there for Tyler, but yeah, back on the old masking units before they redid them, there were a few holes on the left side of the middle room, which he gleefully pointed out to me one time. I kid you not.
Wait, the lobber was proud of it?
Yeah, you have to know the guy.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
Well, it's good to get the ball out there, I suppose, then again. 6 pins remaining. I think Woburn had a few dents in their masking unit, and then they refurbished it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Something like that. But then they changed it. That's a good out there.
That's a
it's
great
angling
out.
up 5 pins to get a 9 box.
That's a great out right there. Pinning's the name of the game. And to his credit, outside of that 2 box to start, nothing worse than a 7.
Of course, ideally, one wants 9s and 10s, but still.
Yep. And I was wandering around a little earlier.
Time for a few marks and still time to get over 100. Tyler again. Into the 3-pin. Now here's a mix. It's the 1, 2, 4, and 9, but nothing around.
And I was wandering around a little earlier talking to Caitlin Zolko, and she's over on the other side of the house. She hasn't got a ton of marks today, but she has been. She said she's been. I think she said she's been pinning well. Like the time I was over there, she had the half she had just finished. She had started out with 5 10s.
I wonder if she got the other 5. I've still yet to see a 100 no mark on stream.
Yeah, I have yet to see one. The highest. I want to say the highest I've seen is I think I made 98. I've got a pair of 96s with no marks.
How about that?
I think they were both out in Masons, if I remember correctly.
Through 12 strings right now, Tim Hazard has an 8-pin lead over Aaron Fontaine. East Brookfield and then further west of that. In the case of those two.
Yeah, Timmy, I think, is in Chicopee, just outside of Springfield.
That's head pin and a split. A 2-8-10 with wood for Tyler Mayer.
Although, if I'm not mistaken, I think Timmy was telling me, I don't know, sometime last year that I may be making the move out east for work purposes.
Okay.
So might be seeing more of them around here.
Great. Now I've got no chance to compete. not like I ever did, but you know. 2-8-10. I believe Hazard has represented Winnica on the ICBA stage at least once, if not recently.
I know. He did. He did.
There was a couple of Tims, but I think it was Tim Douglas and it was Tim
He
Susi.
did this past October. There were 3 Tims he had.
Yeah.
It was Hazard, Susi, and Timmy Douglas. Of course, Tim Susi ended up winning that event.
Uh-oh. Did Brian Surprise hit the button before he all the pin fell? Uh-oh. Doesn't count.
Well, he was filling a spare in the 10th, so good point there.
6 more. 1, 2, 1, 4, 7, 9. Mayer's try.
Ooh, just slid by.
Trying to grab a piece at it.
Yeah, it's how you want to try to play that. You don't call the a 9-pin there, sleeper there for nothing. Just want to try to make the 147. Hope you get a bounce.
Says another. Hazer may not be moving. We'll see.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you, Keith. Good to see you here. Hope to see you on the lanes again soon, of course. Nothing big, I realize, but still.
Yeah.
Brian Mayer now on a 63 half. 2 marks, just the 1 box without all the pins. Yeah, I think I see Deb Regan in the house as well. Nice.
Yeah, she is here. We both got here about the same time, right when the second half was about to start.
She's been on a few state of New Hampshire Candlepin shows.
Yes, she is. Watched her quite a bit growing up here.
Including some New Hampshire State, like those New Hampshire State specials they did.
Back in
like you still had Doug Brown, Dan Murphy hosting it, but they just made it a special Stars and Strikes edition.
Right. Yeah, because like how
something like that. Whoops. Second ball.
Like how Channel 5 did that for a little bit for the Mass States.
At some point.
Back in the late 80s.
And then, of course, Alley Chat on YouTube uncovered a real gem. Bounce back ball, 5-8-10. They uncovered a real gem with, like, NBA State's coverage with Bob Foraker from way back when.
Oh, the old, the Alley Chat classic stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they pulled out a something from the late 70s on the old, it was the old Bay State Bowling Show when he hosted it. I do remember watching that.
That's right.
I did watch that show. That was kind of cool to see. Don't have much footage from before 1980, that's for sure.
I'm going to try and refresh the stream, try and renew my lease on life here. See if that connects any better.
There's 72 through 6.
That's head pin. It's 2, 4, 6, and 10.
I think that wood's going to go, yep, bye-bye.
A half dozen on the first ball. Oh. Losing the range here. It's so tough in these 20 strings, especially maybe having that feeling of like, I'm not going to win anyway, but still some prize money on the line.
Absolutely.
Dismayed that 6 box. Still time and still the opportunity to fight for it.
I mean, even for the guys that don't cash, there's enough side pools going around that you can get something. I ended up coming out
the
here.
High single pool.
Yeah, the high single pool, the random draw doubled pools that, nice ball for Chris Ryder.
Dottie, I appreciate your offer to join the high single pool. I'm not interested.
Yeah, the random draw doubles pool that Dave Mallahan has traditionally run, but he is not here this year, and Nate Lees has taken it over. But, yeah, between that, the high single out of the money, you still got some opportunities. I managed to get out of here with a little bit last year.
Is it fair to call Nate Lees a Swiss Army knife in what he brings to the game of bowling?
Oh, my God, I think that is fair.
He's a treasurer of the ACST, co-Pro Series organizer. Mayer puts a bid on this, 3-9.
Basically the, I don't know, president.
And runs the mixed worlds.
Yes, that's what I was just going to mention.
That's what, yeah.
You know, president, tournament coordinator, however, whatever you want to get for his title.
And just all-around good guy as well.
Yep, absolutely. Drew Steele in the chat. Drew, they're paying the top 14.
14, yeah.
Top 14.
Little change from last year, a little less for first place, but only just $4,200. I'm not sure why, I'll be honest. I thought it was the same entry fee and everything, I would have thought, but maybe something changed along the line as well.
Did they pay out $5,000 last year?
It was $5,000 for first place last year.
It was, okay, because it has been, I know the last, nice ball for Aaron there.
Yeah, that was 10 on the plate to end his string. That's not a pin setter breakdown, by the way. That's just Leda Lanes' you know this, but Leda Lanes' way of saying I'm resetting. Just don't.
Yeah,
just wait for it.
That for those that don't know, that light
could drop 8.
For those that don't know, that light there at Sean Sears' lane, there, lane 30. That light means that it's an old school thing up there that the rack up top is still setting. Once the machine gets loaded. Once the machine gets loaded with 10 pins up top, the light goes away, and it just did.
I see. So it has to do with the lane status up top.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct. Yep.
That makes more sense because it always seemed like it wasn't really a red reset light.
No, no,
that
no,
makes
no.
a lot more sense.
Right.
Never knew that until now.
Yeah. I grew up at the.
That's smashed for a
what a
strike on
ball.
spare,
So-
and Brian Mayer comes up big on the end.
So I grew up at the now defunct Park Place lanes in Wyndham. But before they redid the masking units in the mid '90s, they had it there as well.
117 plus 2 for Mayer.
So for my first 6 or 7 years bowling, however long those were up there, I got used to seeing that quite a bit.
Never got the chance.
It was a great house in its day, that is for sure.
On the strike, Wood soaring in front of the 4-pin. Shuts down Mayer's chances at a double.
The ironic thing is I just moved back into the area over the summer. I now live 5 minutes from where that building currently stands.
Come on, can I put the smudge up quickly? Please, it would have looked so pretty. Oh, well. It's 9 on the fill. It is 126 for Brian Mayer. Of course, it's a head pin hit. Duh.
Yep.
And there you have it. What a string.
I can't tell. Tyler, can't tell for sure. It was something in the 120s. I can't quite read the screen from back here. It's either 126 or 128. My eyesight's good, but it's not that good.
So a lane setter delay over yonder, so we might have to do a little bit of filibustering if Will continues his track record of being our intrepid reporter. Will Gaunt has been so helpful to our broadcast today, I tell you what. I'll take a little peek over here as Nick Zuffalato is working an okay string right now, 64 in a ball.
Well, at least he's sitting on a mark. He's got some work to do.
5th place, as you see Hazard, Fontaine, and Daly, Hazard and Fontaine in particular, really pulling away. Any of the top 5 have play here, but they really have to start making a run for it now.
Yeah, we're in string 13? Yeah, I think.
Yes.
I think if you're not within 50 pins after the 15th string, you pretty much don't have a shot with the way the top 2 guys are rolling. Is
Sears going to make this
one?
one?
Oh, my.
Whoa.
He might.
That 10-pin wilted late. Actually blows out 5 candles there, but leaves a 6-pin standing, and he's denied.
You don't see that made very often. You'll see us. Let's see.
So Nick's in danger of double digits unless he marks in the last 2 boxes.
Yeah, not an ideal 4-fill there. Yeah, go figure. Even with fewer pins up, you'll see the spread eagle made more often than that. Whoop.
Josh Daly had a 137. Tim Hayes at 128.
All right, Josh Daly ended this last string with a 137, and Tim Hazert with a 128. Thank you to Paul Grant.
That's up a lot of 7 out.
So Josh picked up 9 pins. And, oh boy, 2. Well, at least he's got a 3rd ball. Oh, Freshie needs to jump on this. 2, 4, 5. See ya.
So there is that mark he needed, 87 and a ball through 9.
Yeah, that is a nice outfit. Nice out for Sean there with that $8.
All right, looking to get back on the stream here. We'll see how that works out. Freshie on a spare fill here in the 10th. That's a good one.
Got a break.
He got his head pin in fairness. 103.
Broke up
195 through 9, excuse me.
Yep, sorry, 95. Yep, 95. Yeah, 95 through 9. Broke up the split, but not where you want to see that wood there. He's got to go right up on that cap and drive it straight back. Pretty much has to look at that like you're shooting a single. Nope. That would have been okay if the wood was flat, but
just plowing through the 4-pin as it did.
Yep. Just wood Wood went one way, ball went the other.
So if you're not careful with these pins, I think he waved that one off for a 9 box, which would be a 104 if true. We'll see what it actually is.
No, I think that is. I think that was a 10. That looked good from this angle. From my angle anyway.
That's why the bowler calls it a we don't.
Yeah.
It's a head shaker for Freshy to be sure, but
I think that's more. That was more why he was reacting the way that he was.
yeah, just a phooey. I want a
Right.
do-over on that.
Yeah, because the ball definitely got by the piece of wood in the gutter and just clipped the 7.
String number 14 about to get started here.
Let me see if I can take a peek to the other side.
More Western Mass bowlers are coming on up. Feel free to dip in and out as you need to. Justin, don't feel tethered down here. It's up to you.
Okay, it looks like 11 and 12. They still got
Yeah, there has been a lane malfunction at one point, so we'll see.
Yep. Lexi's getting everyone to hold up. This we're on lanes 11 and 12. I think it was in Michelle Atherton's lanes. They looks like the third bowlers still have a whole half to go.
So actually the wrong names are up there, interestingly, but we should have the right ones here. So in string 14 of 20, Brian Surprise.
Can have.
And then we have
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah.
Aaron Halbadell and Sean Sears in that order.
Yeah, there was an issue with the scoreboard sliding over.
So a little bit off kilter here. We've had very few computerized things. There was one moment out of after the first string or something like that. But really overall, the pacing's been good, even though it's impossible to have a quick 20-string tournament.
No, especially with how the pace is going nowadays compared to the old days.
Well, a lot of bowlers as well.
Yeah, exactly. The new scoring system going in last year, I think if I remember correctly, I think it shaved a good hour or so off the time. Because there have been a few years under the old pro score that we wouldn't get done until last ball would be like 12:30, 1:15.
Woo! That was the old scoring system as well.
And quite a few years walking out of here at 1 a.m. Thank God for PTO.
I wonder if I've still got that camera angle working here. There we are. Hello.
Hey.
Yeah. Surprise, Brian. You're here.
Waka waka.
Got him. It's a little too high up. But hello, and welcome to the Easter Classic.
See if I can hold this. Hello.
14 to 20. That's Justin Scally alongside, and obviously we'd probably crane that down for the actual post-interview shot in just a moment, but there we go. Anyway, I just wanted to test that. What we'll do now is we'll take an audio timeout. I actually have to clip something, set up a microphone, actually, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Still a little bit of a technical thing between lane setter and computer, although balls are starting to be rolled here, so it looks like we're going to have a 14th string in just a moment. So actually, we're going to get started soon. Update in from our other Kevin, not Kevin Burns. 164 for Richie Myrick, the high single of that last one. Tops for the tournament should still be Aaron Halbedell, we're about to see here, with 176, tied with Charlie Collins. Alongside Justin Scally, I'm Greg Gouillart here on Candlepin Bowling Network. I'm finding it more difficult to sit down. I'm getting excited as we go down to this 14th string. Brian Surprise comes up first, and then Aaron Halbedell and Sean Sears on our featured lane. Set to begin here, restart now. It is now 8:11 p.m. local time in Nashua, New Hampshire, here at Leda Lanes. The last Easter Classic, all but surely in these confines. But you know, there's a column in that Dave Barber spreadsheet for location. It's always been Nashua, New Hampshire to this point. But times can change. Navigating changes together, in the words of Leda's staff, Sean Howard. And I'm sure we can navigate these changes together as well. Their letter on the Facebook page describes it best. Bryant's left up the 3 pins for the third ball as well. The 2, 9, and 10. That's how he wanted it to go.
Yeah. Nice cleanup.
And that will begin with a 10.
I will say, as the lane here is resetting, I got to give them a lot of credit. They're actually trying to find a new location and not just doing what other houses have done over the years and just, oh, well, close up shop, take the payday.
And it is tough work to being a bowling proprietor. I've heard it from even those who love bowling otherwise. Brian's got 9 out. Where's it going? Ooh, just off before it hits the 4 pin. We'll get updates for the 13th string in just a moment.
What side I actually have to try on?
I'm only on link 31, yes.
It's the only side I have to try on.
Playing spins around on it. I can't call 2 lanes times 20. Sean Sears is like, this is the only lane I have to try on. It's the only one we're getting streamed on. I don't always do the bowlers dirty and tell me their confession cam stories, but, you know, every now and again I can't resist. Brian's all over his head pin, now just needs to dial in on the second pin. He's got second ball. He's got 19 through 2. No, he's got 10. That's what I thought happened. 20 through 2. We're live on YouTube in some capacity or another. It's going in and out, I realize. I've tried to drop the frame rate several times to try and accommodate this, but we'll make do with what we can, and it's a pleasure to see you. Good to see you, Douglas, in New Brunswick. And you've read the Florence Greenleaf book, right? That's a tale, isn't it? 4, 5, 7, and 8. I only skimmed the book, in fairness.
Yeah.
3 for 3 on the head pin is surprise.
Yeah, some of the names I don't. Yeah, I mean, I read the book long enough. Oof. Read the book long enough ago that I'm not going to remember any of those obscure names.
I actually read a pirated copy online, honest to goodness, and I was like, I'll get to buying a copy and giving Florence her due eventually. And that's a 9 box. 29 through 3. You know, maybe I'm being ridiculous. Like, I have to play electrician here a second as Surprise dumps out 5. I'm trying to figure out if Paul actually can drag a power cable across, but I don't know. I'm not so sure. At least the stream quality is good. That's good to see. Bundle of 5, the Starlight 5. Surprise! 5 becomes 2 as he takes out nothing on the back row. Got the 3 in front, though. And again, 4 for 4 on the head pin. You see those white bricks stacking up in the center stripe to indicate those head pins hits. The orange gumball takes out another one, and that's a 9 box.
Yep, had the right idea. I'm going to try to get up on the cap and drive it back. There's too many people streaming today. That's all.
Good problem to have, in my
Yes.
opinion. But
yes, I agree. I think 5 devices going on this side.
so many tripods. It's nuts. We are using the bowling Wi-Fi for the weirdest possible reason, and we are here for it.
Let's see how many.
Brian's got the 1, 2, 4, and 9.
That's right. I'm not counting Paul either. So the 6 is
That's right.
we got 6. We got 6 going.
Some on the other side of the house.
Yep. You got. Let's see. Charlie's on TikTok.
Aaron Halbadell's streaming on TikTok too, doubtless.
Oh, he's on. Oh, okay.
He's a TikTok streamer too.
Oh, that's right.
yes.
He's TikTok. Brittany Underwood's over on the other side.
Brittany Irene.
That's right. Say Timmy.
I keep forgetting Aaron Halbadell's exact handle, though. I confess.
Yep. Tim Jalbert's on Facebook. That's a regular thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kelly had his iPad going. I don't know if he ran out of juice or whatever. His screen's black at the moment. So.
Ryan Surprise 46 at the half. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yep.
As Aaron Halbadell steps up.
Obviously, our own Michelle Atherton's over on the other side. So
many devices
you got
everywhere.
8, so you got 8 going anyway, and never mind everyone that's on Wi-Fi in the building, myself included.
Aaron Halbadell is 14-12 through the first 13 strings.
46.5 for Brian Surprise. As a fan of Super Mario Brothers, I'm digging the back of Aaron Halbadell's shirt there.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's
font.
That is pretty cool.
He is bowled in every Easter Classic from 2016 to 2024 that he legally could. 2020.
Right. The only
Best
year,
score, 2263.
Yep, the only year that the tournament has not been held.
Half Worcester left. Yep, broke up the continuity of just about every annual tradition we hold dear, but
Oh yes, just about. Just about.
But the 36th Easter Classic is here. It is now. And it's Aaron Halbadell back on his head pin, but missing the 5 and 7. I missed Brian Surprise's statistics as well. This is not his first Easter Classic. I know that for a fact. Halbadell takes 8. Last time Surprise was here, he's done in 23 and 24. His top score is a 21.52.
Oh, 110 pin improvement between years. Very nice.
Did your levels come down? Yeah.
Must have.
You had to go back and forth, in fairness.
Yeah, I probably.
I feel so bad. I'm so tethered to this chair. Otherwise, it would help Paul more.
Yep. Probably grazed the volume levels when I was going to hit the mute button.
All right.
Let's see. Well, it's like
Mr. Halbadell, we need a spread eagle ball out of you, sir. 1, 5, 8, and 9. Good luck with that. And off the wall comes the wood in front of the 5 and 9.
the wood got in the way.
Thought if anything it might help out, but it was just a big old tease.
I think it was too far up to help him.
Grabs a stick for 9. Just bump you up a little more. Is it on that little hash mark there? I want people to hear you, Justin. There we go. Thank you so much, Lexi. Goodness knows she's been scurrying. I mean, it's not her fault that the mechanics and all that break down. But we now see a 36-pin lead for Tim Hazard as he won that last string over Aaron Fontaine, 128 to 100. That's a good hit for Halbadell, and he's got the 8-pin staring back. Best leave of the string. We'll punch that into my computer real quick. Like I said, no automatic updates here.
As Halbadell takes out the 8-pin. He gets a spare, 27 on the ball.
Thank you, sir.
8, 9, and then the spare.
He'll clear this gutter out and then get set to fill in his third box. 1756 for Hazard, 1720 for Fontaine, 1682 for Josh Daly. That's 74 back. He is gaining.
Gain 9 pins.
1638. It's a little slow, but he doesn't have to do it all at once. 16:28 for now. Justin Waters, who has bumped Freshie out of the 5th spot. Waters has just gone up and up and up and up and up. Is he going quickly enough? Same thing. Hazard, Fontaine, Daly, Baker,
Waters.
and Waters is 5th. Yeah, and Sean Baker's going up as well.
Yeah. Justin Waters making
Don't cancel the Baker-Fontaine showdown yet.
No.
Not that Tim Hazard slowed down anytime soon.
I said we're in the 14th string. Baker's got a pair of $140s or $150s in him to get himself within range with 5 to go. Halberdell 7 on the spare and then gets 2 in a row of his own.
We can pass that along. Forgive me for the multitasking, folks. Great shot. I assume that was a head pin hit as well.
I believe so, but not positive.
We'll give him credit for it then.
Give him credit for it, absolutely.
Back-to-back spares for Halberdell with apologies that I had my eye off the ball there. A lot going on. Another bowler out of the new generation or Candlepin for kids, one or the other, if memory serves. And Becky as well, for that matter.
That is correct. I think they both bowled in the.
Yeah, Becky was on the very last Candlepin New Gen, if memory serves.
She was okay.
Or very close to it. That was at a Woburn Bowlodrome. Where's Candlepin New Gen and where's Woburn Bowlodrome? In Woburn. But where is it? You know what I mean.
Nowhere.
Just trying to go outside on the head pin.
Yeah, they both bowled when the show had both names, I think.
Because good out there. 5 becomes 9 and a 58 half. Sean Sears, our recent singles knockout champion in the Pro Series, coming up next. And yeah, so it was Candlepin for kids when Nesson had it, which is objectively amazing.
Right, that's when it was still. Yeah, that is when Dan Gauthier was still involved.
And then Candlepin New Gen, which
it ended up being Candlepin New Generation when Robbie Taylor took it over. I think he just got to the. I mean, the pandemic kind of put the kibosh on that, along with the youth travel, along with the youth travel league. But yeah, I think Robbie's a school teacher, so I think he just kind of didn't really have the time to do it anymore.
It's tough. I know it's tough for John Boudreau as well, who's actually gone from New Gen to teaching in a different sort of way.
Right.
So here's 1-8 just on that second ball.
I'm guessing Robbie does a little more than just teach because he hasn't bowled in a long time.
It's tough for the public employees in particular. It's kind of surprises me we have so many postal workers on that good third ball by Sean Sears that bowl as well.
I think in their case, especially if they're delivering mail, it helps that they all work earlier in the day.
True. But I think the biggest mind blast for me is how many people can schedule matches during the usual 9 to 5 hours, at least in my case. That's during the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, the on-demand scheduled traveling league. I could scarcely get on one of those matches.
Right.
Call one.
Yeah, right.
Thank goodness Jeff Little and I finally had a mutual availability. 5 and 9 for Sears, a good look here.
Right, and you came up here for one recently too.
That's right. When he took on, Paul Mativier hosted him technically, or literally, you know.
Oh yes.
5-9. Off target.
Oh yeah, that was the one match you did. You came up here for it because you didn't go to Harvard, correct?
I did.
Oh, so
the stream quality was so choppy. I say as I'm having another choppy quality stream here. I think it's okay now. Is it, folks? Let us know in the chat. 10 box, 19 through 2. But yeah, our equipment's improved steadily through the years. Thanks so much to everybody who has had a hand in giving time, resources, and advice along the way to make Candlepin Bowling Network be what it is today. We appreciate each and every one of you and appreciate your support, viewers, just by watching. We in the bowling community all thank you very much for it. The Four Horsemen right for Sean Sears. Reigning rock, paper, scissors champion of the world in all. I mean, there's a thick layer of irony to that, but that did happen, and he did win real prize money for it.
Nice shot. Runs down the 4 horsemen there, going outside.
That was pretty on the outside. We're going to get another look at that one as well.
That was pretty.
Usually want to take this on the 1-3, but in this case, didn't even need sidewall action or anything. That was just gone. Through 13 strings, you see the results here. Tim Hazard up by 36 over Aaron Fontaine. Will he hold on? Last year, the margin of victory was 51. Austin Barnes over Jeff Surratt. Aaron Fontaine was third. Sears to load on the head pin, 6-10. He's got a fill of 8.
There we go. See where that wood settles down.
Yeah. You're channel 2.
Yep.
I'm number 1. I'm number.
I had the mute. Yep, there you go.
Pushes it right through.
Pushes it right back.
I hit the replay button thinking, well, how exactly? Nah, it was just pretty simple, straightforward hit there. Something like, do we really need to give the folks another look at this? I don't think so. 47 in a ball, second mark of the half for Sears. It's the Team USA bowler. We saw JT Lyonnaise a moment ago. Another Men's World's team shirt.
Yep, they are teammates.
Made a good playoff run.
Yep.
In the last edition of the tournament held at these very Leda lanes.
That's right. Co-captain Jeff Walsh is in the building.
That's a head pin, and the fill is 10. Sean Sears 3 in a row, and he's 67 plus 2 at the half. Take a look at these scores, folks. Brian Surprise could have easily had a 60 half with the looks he had as well. And Aaron Halbedell and then Sean Sears, 67 plus 2 working right now as we go into the back half of this 14th string.
Yep. Yep. Jeff Walsh bowling with Justin Waters and Brian Fuller Jr. Looks like you're going to get them in string 18.
If you want to take a look here, you can rifle through the pages one at a time and make sure you don't drive me totally crazy.
Having to have them right on top. That is perfect. Yeah, so next string you'll have, Travis, Chris Ryder, and Freshie.
Yep. Freshie currently in 6th place. He's been on the top 5 for a while, but fell off just. As Justin Waters in his very first Easter Classic, if you can believe it, is a top 5 bowler. Josh Daly, his world's teammate, in 3rd, over Sean. It was Sean Baker from Maria Subs sandwiched in the middle.
Yeah, he tried to get in last year, but just the timing didn't work out for him.
But did I hear correctly that Aaron Fontaine has been pilfered by Academy Lanes now?
That is correct.
Oh yeah, we got that wave. Don't you worry. Wicked Fingers trying to be a camera hog here. And the pin gets whipped away here.
Yeah, he made the jump.
So 5 for 6 is Brian Surprise on this head pin. That's a fantastic man bun, if I may say so myself.
Unfortunately,
that's where it was.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Matt Harnett is not donning the head bun, the man bun today.
Oh man, is he letting it all out?
He is letting it all out today.
You know,
I ran into him a little while ago.
But I respect the flow. You know,
it is a good flow.
That's World Championship flow from the year before.
That is right. That's 5-time world champion Matt Harnett, and a singles knockout champion as well. 2016 at Lakeside Lanes, he won it.
Best he's done in the Easter Classic is runner-up. I think that was the year Kevin Davis won. I'm not 100% certain. I can look.
Yeah, he's cashed a few times.
6 for 7 is Surprise on the head pin. 2 and 4.
Yeah, a little less of the Canadian contingent this year, from what I've noticed.
I can't imagine why, but we still got a pretty good bunch here. Oh, right full on the head pin. And Brian Surprise is in hell right now. He is wondering, what in the world do I have to do to get a mark? Wow. Well, misery loves company, and 102 bowlers are along for the ride here in this sold-out Leda Lanes Easter Classic. And we've got here to offer moral support, right, chat? A 10 box again, 66.
All right, so looking off to my right, it's like Tim Hazard's got a 64 half. And
Ooh,
Josh Daly, I think that says 61.
That's Tim's dearest angel Morales in the green shirt. Don't be fooled. Tim's got the same New England flooring green shirt, of course.
Yep.
Surprise looking for a way through. Now he's overthrown this one, and this is what sometimes happens when a bowler is just apoplectic as to their luck. What do I have to do?
And as I look,
I'll try and sneak up on it. We've all been there. It sounds completely inane, but when you get into that desperate moment of the pins just aren't giving me anything, what do? Almost gets back on at 1-2-9-10.
well, the old Central Park Lanes contingent behind us.
They're vocal like one, too.
They are vocal. They are vocal.
Pretty decent.
Been around them enough, you know who they are.
Pretty decent third ball. Again, Brian can't carry through to the back row. It's the 9-10.
Yeah, including the Hall of Famer Rich Hawk Hallis.
Ooh.
Yep.
Was that who that was in the green jacket? It must have been.
I don't remember what color jacket he had on. That's who I was waving at. So while the machine is resetting, off to our left, it's like Justin Waters is sitting on a 69 half, and Sean Baker's at 76. They're trying to stick around.
We're going to see some good action coming up on these lanes to come. Looks like we're going to be right in the middle of a couple lanes. Now, lane 31 has the previous champion, Austin Barnes, on it. He's not in the mix right now, but wasn't a bad. Didn't seem like a bad lineup.
Not bad at all.
What is bad is this Brian Surprise leave.
Spread eagle plus the 8. Oof.
For another split. Craig Powers earlier today had 9 head pin splits.
Oh.
That, at least he got his robbery documented on film.
Oh, God. Ouch. Obviously, this is
Yep.
this is his home house in the ACST.
So again, you see the white stripes building up there. Brian Surprise 7 of 9 on the head pin, and that's the thanks he's getting for it. 82 through 9.
He's also a competitive curler, Craig Powers.
Yes, that's right.
He's a curler. He was a King of the Palace regular back in the day. That's how we met.
You talk about Candlepin bowling. Wish I'd gotten the chance to bowl at New Palace Lanes in Fitchburg.
Yeah, cool little place.
So what's become of it? Like the equipment must have, I don't know if it.
As far last I knew, the just sitting there abandoned. Like somebody bought. I think someone did buy the building, but
Surprise goes markless despite the bid. Oh well, yeah.
it's just right now. It's just sitting there doing nothing. I've seen some pictures and some footage from inside the place. Just looks very creepy.
Guess you can't give up on it, but now you start to wonder how much refurbishment work is needed.
Yeah, probably way too much.
They're not making more machines. I'm not sure about lane bed production as well. Candlepins are still in production. Balls are still in production by one company apiece.
And nobody's, even if they get any new lane beds, they're not getting wood these days.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean,
because of the maintenance costs.
Synthetic lanes are pretty much the future of the game at this point, which I think will disappoint some because they swear by the better grip the ball gets. Yeah. I got to share. Oh, Nico, I got to share the picture with you. I'm sorry. I'm being shellfish. That should be it. Aaron Halbadell on a 58 half. Nico Pujar, social media manager.
Thanks for checking in, Nico.
And majority, minority, singular whip.
Yeah, more or less. He's on the ball, that's for sure.
That's Chris Ryder on lane 30, our Pro Series regular.
Yeah, first
out
ever.
Of Canada, always brought a convoy.
Yep, first ever Canadian Pro Series member. Usually had at least one person come down with him.
More on him when we see him featured on our lanes.
The Ottawa Senators had, okay.
Oh, yeah? Hey,
Yeah.
good for them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. 7 years, I think, the last time Ottawa was in. They get the Battle of Ontario renewed. That hasn't happened in like 20 years.
1-3-5-8-9 for Aaron Halbadell.
how full can you go? Just don't punch all the way through.
Yeah. He had to do this the last time as well. He had to throw a straight-up spread eagle ball.
Pretty much.
Now he's got to do it again. The most likely result is he'll flutter the 1-3 away for an 8-box, but we'll see. Up, off the wood this time. And is that how he gets 8? Not even. We'll score that a 7. 65 through 6. I never got the Sean Sears stats, of course.
This might be his first. I don't remember ever him bowling in this.
You are correct, sir. But neither is Bulldog Crossley, has she? His nemesis in the rock, paper, scissors tournament, even though Sean Sears was the heel in that famous clip. 1-3, 6, and 9.
That's the same guy, just so you know.
A data entry error. Great.
Okay.
Very astute. Now, is it my data entry or? Yep, it is. Great. My bad.
Yep, that is. Yeah, he did bowl last year, so that is the same guy.
Spare try. Nope. Doesn't work out. I'm trying to remember something, and I'll have to look into this. 1, 3, 6, and 9, and yes, Halbadell turns that into a 10, because I think I saw a tidbit somewhere, but I'm not sure if I'm remembering the right person. Let me see here just a moment.
Yes, Nico, that is correct. I had actually forgotten that he was. I had forgotten that he had qualified for that. Actually, then again, now that I think about it, I wasn't there that day.
Maybe I'm not remembering the right thing. 1, 2, and 10 taken out by Halbadell. Oh, it was Sam D'Agostino. In 2011, he turned the 20-stringer into a 19-stringer by missing the 11th. He ended up with 21.03 for 19.
Oh, my God, he was late getting back from the break. Wow, okay.
I do not know what happened that day, but one of the more interesting statistical curiosities, and hat tip to Dave Barber for flagging that.
If anybody in the chat happens to know that story and is willing to share, please let us know. I've known Sammy for, oh God, almost 20 years. He actually drove up for my golf league for 1 year.
There's a whole myriad of reasons I'm afraid to speculate. Goodness, Aaron nearly cut the 2 into the 10. That's an 8-box. So a struggle string here. That's Ryder dumping a double strike by the bye. He has 84 through 8 and now strikes in 9 and 10.
Yep. That's right. Also, you're reigning singles knockout champ in the Worlds.
Yep.
In this building.
Yeah, it was a year of bridesmaids. Fenway Academy had their second straight runner-up, and Calvin Locke had his second straight runner-up. Weird year. That's head pin. Down goes the 8-pin, and Wood falls in the left gutter.
Yeah, Nico, I wouldn't blame them for being disqualified.
I mean, it really depends on the circumstances.
Right. Of course.
Oop! To the side. And the chance gets away.
And Sammy was a good bowler in his day, too, so he certainly could have been contending to cash. So if that was one of those years he was, that would take you out of it anyway.
Sam did cash 1 year. In 2003, he came in 9th.
Oh, okay.
That was one of Chris Sargent's 4 championships. Chris Sargent won it 4 years over the span of 5.
4 out of 5, only interrupted by Bobby Wickham. He's working his way back off injury.
Hoping for all the best.
Yep, he's back. He is back bowling, I do know that.
But like Gabe Landeskog with the Colorado Eagles, Whitcomb has been getting some very solid practice stints in. I think he had 150 plus at one string at Webster Timber Lanes recently.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I heard last night that Landeskog was back. At least he hasn't made it back up with the Avalanche yet, but he's working.
Probably game 3 when the series returns there. Avalanche, of course, up 1-0 in that series.
Oh, they did win last night. Okay.
They did. Just the 4-7 taken out.
Yeah, I know they said he had a couple of rehab appearances down in the minors before the regular season ended. That's quite the player to have on your LTIR, that's for sure. But obviously in the playoffs, that doesn't matter.
I mean, probably only in Candlepin do you have pros come back after like the longest of stints, even longer times away from the game, and still go at a high level.
Right.
Aaron Halbadell 102 for the string, and now Sean Sears check this score out. 67 plus 2 at the half. He had 15:05 coming in through the first 13 strings.
And off to our left, Justin Waters, 147. Sean Baker, 146.
Ooh.
They're doing their best to stick around.
4th and 5th. Well, if they go against a 100, they're jumping up, way up. Maybe against Josh Daly, they start equalizing him. And then it's up from there, perhaps. There's still time.
Yeah, Josh.
Still 6 strings to go after this.
Josh Daly, 80 through 7.
Oof. But a spread eagle plus.
Well, it is on a strike, so he gets a second ball.
It's a critical one. If you're playing to make, many say less than a more, but for a strike fill, do you go for the bunch on the right anyway?
I think it's all comfort. Oh no.
But he's gone neither way, and the fill is 3. For the out, just into the 4-7. So a tough follow-up. It ends up being 18 for the 2 boxes. Couple 9 boxes is nothing to sneeze at, mind you, but it is a long way down from where Sean wanted that to be. He's 75 through 6. Yeah, some lag. I'm going to stop this and then try and come back on. Sorry.